Hello, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to look at my presentation. Today, we're going to be talking about the motivating factors behind the St. Louis Cardinals fans. What gets them motivated to purchase products and to become paying clients? Just to introduce myself, my name is Bo McIninch. I'm a senior here at UVU. I am in the Consumer Behavior course with Professor Letty Workman. Really quickly, just to give some context, this is what a typical St. Louis Cardinals fan look like. They dress in red, that's the predominant color of the team, and you'll see them cheering. They're very loyal to their team. So just keep this picture in mind as we talk about these next two fans. So just to introduce the two informants that I have interviewed for this particular research assignment, I've interviewed two males. Keep in mind that I have changed their names for privacy reasons just to keep that secure. The first one, his name is Edwin Dyer. He's a 32-year-old Caucasian male. He's married and a father of two children, one girl and one boy. He was born in the suburbs of Illinois, later moved to California, where he currently resides. The next informant, his name is Eric Miner. He's 43 years old. He is also a Caucasian male, married with four children, two girls and two boys. He was born and raised in Fosterburg, Illinois, which is where he grew his love for the Cardinals. And later on, he also moved to California, where he currently resides. So the first theory I want to talk about is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, specifically I want to talk about the theory of belongingness. So when I asked Eric what outside influences shaped his perception of the Cardinals, he responded with this quote: "Friends and acquaintances always had a strong pull over my decision making. People might say they don't care what other people think, but quite honestly, I cared a lot about what other people thought of me. When it came to sports, all the cool kids were playing baseball. They were getting all the girls. They were very sought after. The extremely cool kids played baseball and would watch the Cardinals play in their off time." This was one of the motivating factors to originally have Eric become a fan of the Cardinals. This quote demonstrates Maslow's theory of belongingness, that Edwin was motivated by his desire for friendship, affiliation, and group acceptance. This is the reason why he originally started becoming a fan of the Cardinals. He wanted to fit in with his peers at the time. The second one, I asked Eric if he had any influence over people becoming Cardinals fans. So if he had any influence over other people. He responded with, yes, there's actually been many people who I've brought onto the Cardinals bandwagon. I've converted my children into fans as well as a few of my coworkers. Through talking to my coworkers over years, I have brought up baseball and the Cardinals numerous times. At first they weren't receptive, but after talking with them several times, they finally caved and started watching the games. This demonstrates Maslow's hierarchy of needs, specifically the theory and the need for esteem. Eric was desired to feel useful and accomplished with his influence over his children and coworkers. He wants to feel prestigious and be the reason for other people's love for the Cardinals. These all feed into his self-respect and esteem. Another example of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, specifically the theory of belongingness, is when I asked Edwin about what makes him a particular fan of the Cardinals. He replied with, I think as humans we want to have a sense of belonging to something. We want to feel included and a part of something. I think this is why people become fans of their home team. So Edwin pointed out that humans want to have a sense of belonging to something and feel connected. This is exactly what Maslow talked about in his theory and what motivated Edwin to become a Cardinals fan. So to sum up everything that has been stated thus far, the main motivating factors that have been identified by my respondents have been the need for belongingness and the need for esteem within Maslow's hierarchy of needs. These needs were the motivating factors that played the central role in the development of the love of the St. Louis Cardinals. Both informant number 1 and informant number 2, Edwin and Eric, had similar motivations. It started from a young age and continued to develop into their adult years. These motivations have turned these respondents into paying clients. Given that the St. Louis Cardinals organization represents millions of dollars in revenue each year, marketers of the Cardinals organization would be interested to know that my respondents clearly identified valuable information. The need for acceptance and inclusion was a huge motivating factor that led them to make purchases within this particular industry. Thank you so much for your time and have a great day.